Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Daisy. For today's video, we are going to read more of my subscribers' scary stories. So if you're interested, grab your snacks, grab your cobija, and let's get straight into it. Before I start, I want to say a big thank you to everyone that has written in their stories, whether that's by email, DMs, or just on the video. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. We love getting spooked here. So thank you guys so much. Okay, so now starting with the first story. Hi Daisy, nice to meet you. My name is Ashley. Hi Ashley, nice to meet you. And I have several spooky stories from my childhood and some of my adulthood, but there's one that made me feel some type of way. It was 3 years ago on Mother's Day. It was 5 p.m. in the early morning and I was facing my stove making me a cup of coffee when out of nowhere I felt a hand of like a 2-year-old touch my lower back. Like if he wanted to play hide and seek. It's so weird. It literally felt like an actual hand touched my lower back. Girl, I still can't describe that feeling. Trust me, I know what you mean. Trust me. As soon as I turned around to see who it was, girl, it was a 2-year-old little boy in his overalls, blonde hair, blue eyes, with a blue and white striped shirt. I thought you were not gonna see anything. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I went to follow him and between my kitchen and my living room, he just disappeared into thin air. I was going crazy. I told my husband, "Did you see this child?" And he was like, "You're crazy. Estás loca." And I was like, "No. I know what I felt. It felt so real." It was something I've never felt in my entire life. I've always had weird paranormal experiences growing up in my nana's house. If you want to hear them or put them in your videos, feel free to message me. I love your videos, by the way. Happy Easter Sunday. Thank you so much for writing in. I can't believe that you even saw it. Like, there's one thing to feel something, but another thing to actually see it. Oh no, hopefully you never see that again, because I'm sure that was hella creepy. But happy late Easter Sunday, Ashley. Thank you so much for writing in. Definitely let me know what happened in your nana's house. I would love to know, because I'm pretty sure things went down in the house, so let me know. Okay, so now for the next story. Hey Daisy, I hope this email finds you well. My name is Brittany. Hi Brittany. I'm from the Bay Area and I have 2 paranormal encounters that happened in Mexico to my cousin and grandpa. The first story happened to my grandpa in a little ranchito called Estacion Gutierrez in Zacatecas. He was sitting in his couch just watching TV when suddenly he saw a lady in white just floating in front of the TV. He said that she told him, "Te voy a llevar conmigo. I'm going to take you with me." And she just kept repeating it until my grandma came into the room to take my grandpa to the kitchen table. After that, he said he never saw her again. This second story happened in the same rancho but to my cousin. My cousin said that when he was 9, he had a little boy knock on his window late at night to go play by some train tracks close to his house. He didn't think much of it, so he just went with the boy. In the morning, no one knew where my cousin was. Everybody was looking for him like crazy until they found him in the cemetery, all scratched up. Till this day, he says that it was the devil who did that to him. I have more stories, but I only put these 2 since these are more recent. Thank you, Daisy. I hope you and your family find yourselves well during these hard times of the pandemic. Thank you so much, Brittany. I appreciate you. You are so sweet. That was so creepy of your cousin when he was 9. That is so scary. Literally terrifying. Literally traumatic. What in the world? Like, no. Oh my god. Yes, I would want to know more stories. Those seem like dark, you know, with that devil one. That one seemed dark. Oh my god. And no, not even that. También de your grandpa, that was dark too, because the lady was like, "Te voy a llevar conmigo." Like, what? No thank you, I'll stay right here on this couch. That is so creepy. Yes, let me know. Send me more if you would want, please. We would appreciate it. No, but yeah, that was hella creepy. So moving on with the next story. Hey Daisy, I would love to share some paranormal experiences that me and my family have had. If possible, I would like for my name to be private. Thank you. I got you. Don't worry. Growing up, me and my family lived in Anaheim, California. This place we lived in was like duplexes. There were little long walkways that divided two complexes. One day, my cousin, who also lived there with us, their grandma had passed away. A lot of people in that area said that they were frightened by her because she just read off negative and dark energy. When she passed, we all came together to be there for the family. As the day of her burial came, the time that everyone had come back was around 1 in the morning. My older sister and cousin thought it was a good idea to go out and party that same night. As they were coming home, they said they saw the lady who passed sitting in her vehicle, watching them with an angry expression. My sister, being drunk, thought it was just her mind playing tricks on her, until a week later, my family that came from Australia, my auntie, said while she was sleeping, she felt herself freeze in her sleep, and when she looked at the window that was in front of her, she had seen the lady standing there with the same expression. From there on, so many family members that stayed in our area have said that they have seen her walking into her daughter's patio area or in her vehicle. My mom never really believed any of the stories until one night we were sleeping over the lady's daughter's house, and my mom was the only one awake. She said she was on her phone, and when she finally looked up, she saw the lady playing with her daughter's hair while her daughter was sleeping. That is so creepy. Your mom, I'm pretty sure, was scared, because I would be. To physically see is something else. I have never experienced like an actual seeing a full apparition, and I hope I never would do, because that is something else. I'll faint, literally faint. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you even writing in. Thank you so much. Love you. So now for the next story. Hey, it's Yareli. I'm here to share with you my spooky story. Hey girl. Okay, so in my grandma's house here in LA, a guy died in his sleep years ago. My grandma still lives in the house, and things still happen. He still walks around the house like if he wasn't dead or doesn't know he is. We often hear walls scratching upstairs and footsteps coming out of the closet. I used to live in the same house, so in that same room, when I would sleep, I would hear someone opening and closing the closet door. No thank you. But yeah, that was my little spooky story. P.S. I love your videos. Thank you so much, Yareli. I am so glad you're enjoying them. But girl, that is hella creepy. Like, what? I would, mira, casa por venta, like de venta. No, not today. We are not doing that. Definitely he doesn't know he's dead, but that's weird. The scratching noises, I don't think it's him. Maybe that's something else. And what's going on in that closet? Like, something definitely is in that closet. Quien sabe, but bless the house, maybe, no sé. You know, I don't want to give advice, because what if that doesn't work? Mira, I'll just listen to your guys' stories. How about that? But thank you so much, Yareli. Okay, so now for the next story. I was in high school when this happened. I had friends spend the night over, and we watched the Blair Witch Project with the lights off. As soon as the movie ended, lights in my room started flashing. It scared us so much. I was the brave one and got up to turn on the lights. After that night, things got worse. My sister came to me one night and told me that she heard someone scream outside the restroom, which was so weird because the house next door was abandoned and the other houses were far away from ours. I also used to share a room with my sister, and I would sleep right next to the window because I liked to feel the fresh air when it was hot. After that night, I started to hear something scratching outside the window at night. At first, I thought nothing of it, but as time went by, it got more persistent, and I would hear scratching every other night. Also, the scratching got louder and louder up to the point where my sister would hear it too. We would go check outside to see what could be making the scratching noises, but there was nothing, no trees, nothing. Me and my sister were so scared during that night because the scratching would happen almost every night. Also, the TV would turn on by itself from time to time. One night we were sleeping and the TV turned on by itself. I asked my sister if she had turned the TV on, and she asked me the same. We both said no. That is when I ran to her bed and we both slept on the same bed. What is sad is that we would tell my mom about the scratching outside the window and about the TV turning on by itself, and she wouldn't believe us. We were fed up about all the stuff that was happening to us that we decided to do something. We learned at church about things or objects that can be portals or gateways for the paranormal or demonic stuff. So we thought, what could be a gateway for this? And came to the conclusion that it was a poster. My sister had a poster of Twilight where Edward looked kind of demonic and decided to destroy it and threw it away. I know it sounds kind of dumb, but we were desperate, and after we threw the poster away, the scratching stopped and the TV also stopped turning on by itself. I guess you never know what could be a portal for the paranormal, even as something as ridiculous as a poster of Twilight. 100% that, like, the coincidence of you experiencing that and you throwing it away and it stopped, there has to be a correlation. That just doesn't just stop out of nowhere. Like, that is weird. And even let's say that if it wasn't the Twilight poster, thank goodness that it is no longer happening, you know what I mean? So it is a win-win situation here. But yeah, I definitely agree with the portals and gateways. They say that windows and mirrors can be portals for the paranormal. I don't know, but that's what they say. And they say when paranormal things are starting to happen in your house, that you have to cover all your mirrors so it can not, things cannot come in and out. I don't know how true that is, but that's what they say in the streets. Acá no, but that's what I've heard. So maybe that would help someone. I don't know, but definitely I totally understand and agree with what you're saying. But this was definitely so interesting. Thank you so much for writing in. I appreciate you so much. So now for the next story. Okay, so this one time I was at my aunt's house for a family gather up. I remember everyone was outside talking and having fun. Meanwhile, I was alone inside because I was bored. I was in the kitchen sitting in the dining table watching creepy videos on YouTube. Oh my god, that is so me. Why is that me? Literally me. I was facing the direction where the door was at so I can see who's coming in and out of the house. All of a sudden, from the corner of my eye, I saw a tall man in all black. He looked like a businessman. He had a black suit, black hat, and had a black, almost like a bag in his left hand. I honestly thought it was one of my family members coming in to use the bathroom, so I ignored it. After 30 minutes, I realized that no one came back outside from where I saw the figure go in, which, by the way, the house doesn't have a back door, so there was one way they could have escaped. I went to check in the small hallway where the man went in. I checked the bathroom, there was no one. I checked all the rooms and there was no one either. I went outside to ask if anyone had went inside the house, and they said that no one has entered the house. What creeps me out the most is that a couple months later after that, I was in my house and I saw the exact same dark figure man passing right across from me. Honestly, I think I've been followed by a shadow person. Love ya. Take care. Sujay. Thank you so much, Sujay. I think I'm pronouncing your name right, hopefully, but thank you. That is creepy. Let me read. Let's say you were at your aunt's house in the first part, and then you saw the person, the dark figure person, in your house. Yeah, sorry to tell you, but you're being followed. Just kidding. No, but seriously, I would have been shook. I mean, if it doesn't creep you out, live your life. But if it creeps you out, I mean, definitely seek help. I don't know what help, but that is creepy. Honestly, I hope you never see that again. And whatever it is, hopefully it's not evil. It doesn't seem evil, but it's a dark figure, man. I wonder why it's attached to you, to be honest. Hopefully you don't see it. End of story. Okay, so now for this story, you guys. This story got me messed up. It's my cousin. So my cousin wrote in. Thank you. I appreciate you, girl. I appreciate you. So, hey girl, it's your cousin. I see you're telling my story. Haha. If you want the full story, here it is. I appreciate you. That cracked me up, girl. Stop. So when we lived in California, we lived next to a cemetery and always had spooky things happen. I shared a room with my 3 sisters, and in that room we had a big wall mirror. One night I woke up and looked at the mirror to find a little girl dressed in all white with a white glow to her, brushing her hair and looking at me through the window. At first I thought it was my older sister, but I had looked over to her bed and she was sleeping, and so were my other sisters. Once I realized it wasn't my sisters, I went under my blanket, counted to 3, looked at the mirror again, and the little girl was gone. Didn't I tell you guys that my cousin had a very similar experience to the subscriber story time that I read in the last video? This story creeped me out so much when she told me when I was little. I was like little when she told me this, and that's how I remembered it. I didn't want to explain the details because I thought I was like making certain details up, but no, this is how I remembered it. And the spookiness is still there, honey, because no thank you. I want to know more stories about that house. I need to talk to my cousin and tell her what happened. Like, what are the scary stories? But girl, thank you so much for writing in. I appreciate you. Shout out to my cousin. So thank you, girl. Okay, but before I go, you guys, my dad wanted me to share with you all this clip. He was shook when he saw it, and my dad is a skeptical person, all right? My dad is a skeptic by heart, okay? But once my dad saw this video, he told me, no, you had to share it with your subscribers. They're gonna love this video. Like, this is paranormal. This is paranormal. And I was like, all right, Dad, show me. So let me show you the same clip that he showed me. Take a look.
Pues ellos viven los dos, mamá e hijo. Tía Agustina pues da todo por Carmelo, que siempre lo cuida y mucho. Y Carmelo pues él sale a cuidar lo que son los animalitos. Y Carmelo sigue con la idea de que él se quiere casar. Mande.
Dice, quiere casar. Dice, le digo, ¿qué te vas a casar tú si no puedes trabajar, ni puedes? Bueno, ahorita que yo vivo, pero ya después, ¿qué va a hacer?
Es el detalle. Y yo pienso, tía Agustina, porque el día que usted ya no vaya a estar, que ojalá eso nunca suceda, sí, Carmelo se va a quedar solito aquí.
No se queda.
Híjole.
Se queda. Más con algo mala.
So that same clip my dad showed me. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. I am so curious on what do you guys think. What did we just see? Like, what was it? Do you think it has to do with the heat? Is there a scientific reasoning to it, or do you think it's paranormal? Let me know down below. My dad honestly thinks it's paranormal, and my dad once again is a skeptic. I'm indifferent. I don't know. It honestly looks really weird because how the tortilla is spinning. It's spinning like this. Like this. It's not just going like this. Doom, doom. No, it's spinning while it's moving. That is the creepiest part for me. That's what makes me lean paranormal. But then again, I don't know. Maybe there's a scientific reasoning for this. If you do not know, or you're not familiar with cooking a tortilla or like making a freshly made tortilla, when you put a freshly made tortilla, like the ones that those tortillas, once you put it on a pan, on a comal, it sticks to the comal, and you physically have to pull it off in order for it to unstick, because it will stick. So the fact that it just was twirling and came back to its original spot is beyond me. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent. It can lean scientific and it can lean paranormal. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. I'm super curious on what do you guys think. So that was it for today's video. I hope you guys are enjoying these series. Thank you to everyone that has been sending me their stories, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be hearing these stories. So thank you guys so much. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.